All right, everybody. Good evening. Hope you're having a great start to your Tuesday. I'm Shon Gables inside our Atlanta News First Plus studio. We're so glad to have you with us. And I hope you're making the best of the nice, cool weather that we're having because it's not going to stick around for long. This is what First Alert Meteorologist Floyd Campanga calls a fake fall. He's going to go into details on that in just a moment, but we have a lot of news that we're covering today on this Tuesday, September the 17th. Our newsroom has been very busy. We have reporters spanned across the state, and we have our own Blair Miller, who is at the Fox Theater in downtown Atlanta, where there is a big, huge concert happening right now for former president, Georgia resident Jimmy Carter. We're going to have much more on that coming up. And then also schools, they're ramping up security in the wake of that deadly shooting at Appalachia High School. We're going to break that down for you too. But first, we have all of those stories that are going to come up tonight at 11 on Atlanta News First at 11, and then on Peachtree TV at 10, and also on WPGA, which is our Macon station. Stick around for that, and I'm going to give you a look at some of the top highlights that we're following tonight in our newscast. And more political candidates are here in Georgia. This is ground zero for a battleground state, and we are 49 days or so away from the election in November, and two candidates running for VP have made it to Georgia within 24 hours of each other, back to back. Tracy Hutchins has more.
Tim Walz flying solo in the Peach State, the Democratic vice presidential candidate back on the campaign trail in Atlanta. Nationwide efforts to make sure your voice is heard this November. Advocates spread out across Georgia on National Voter Registration Day. Another Metro Atlanta campus on edge after a school threat. Students met with extra security guards at Northgate High School in Noonan after officials find a frightening message in a bathroom stall. Saying goodbye to Rich Homie Quan, the rapper laid to rest in Atlanta less than 2 weeks after his sudden death. Shon Diddy Combs pleads not guilty to federal crimes. A grand jury indicted the music mogul on sex trafficking charges. Instagram trying to protect young users, rolling out new privacy settings for teen accounts. Bold plans for a world-class bike park get a boost. The Atlanta Beltline receives an $8 million donation for upgrades to Westside Park.
And let's go back to the story I was telling you about in downtown Atlanta at the Fox Theater. Influencers from around the world in Atlanta are here to celebrate Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday celebration. We were live streaming on our platform, The Red Carpet. Our Blair Miller was covering that. Carter's official 100th birthday is October 1st, but we here in Atlanta are celebrating it today. The 39th U.S. president is already the nation's longest living in history. Tonight's concert will include a wider range of musical tastes, including pop, rock, gospel, country, jazz, hip-hop, and classical music, including Athens' own B-52 singer-songwriter Dwayne Betts, singer-songwriter Carlene Carter, which is the daughter of June Carter Cash, BB Winans, Layla Hathaway, and Atlanta's Symphony Orchestra Chamber Chorus. Again, our Blair Miller is there tonight. He's going to have a full update on this on Atlanta News First at 11 and a one-on-one interview with Carter's grandchildren. But first, here's Asia Wilson with a preview.
The Fox Theater is setting the stage and rolling out the carpet to celebrate former President Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday.
Oh, he's definitely special to us as one of Georgia's own.
Alan Bella, the president and CEO of the Fox Theater, says they've been working with the Carter Center to put on a star-studded night of music and entertainment.
He always had a very eclectic taste in music and loved all kinds of music and felt music brought people together. So that's what the Fox does.
The all-star lineup features performances by gospel singer BB Winans, Steve Nice, India Irie, Eric Church, and so many other artists. Killer Mike and Academy Award winner Renee Zellweger will also make appearances.
And I think the artists that are performing have chosen material, that they feel will uplift not only the president, but will uplift this country and the world.
Emmy Award winner Ricky Minor will serve as the music director for the show.
So you find the songs and the material and artists that can pay tribute to him.
Artists are coming from all genres, from Africa to Nashville, even our own backyard, like Athens' own Drive-By Truckers.
Music was such a integral part of his story, and so I'm honored that we were asked to be here and celebrate him.
As Carter continues to fight through his hospice journey, singer Patterson Hood says with each song they perform, they hope it sends a message to all.
Keep on smiling. Jimmy Carter has the best smile ever.
That was Asia Wilson reporting. And another big story that we're going to be following here tonight on Atlanta News First at 11 is how Floyd County is going all in on security after the recent mass shooting at Appalachia High School. The district is now assigning a resource officer at every school in Floyd County. Atlanta News First Chelsea Bineforth, she traveled to Pepperell High School in Lindale. That's about 90 minutes northwest of Atlanta. And this is where parents and administrators in Floyd County fought and got 8 officers assigned to various schools, and the school district right now working to recruit more.
As technology changes, obviously we want to be able to change and adapt to that.
In recent years, Floyd County Schools has installed new fencing, updated their camera system, and added secure entry points to all 16 of their school campuses.
We have taken a lot of action in implementing safety procedures and guidelines.
They've also been in the process of hiring more school resource officers and are increasing their pay as an incentive. The district's goal is to have 1 officer stationed at each school, something that State Superintendent Richard Woods said this week that he's pushing for every school in Georgia to have, along with a crisis alert system similar to the one used during the recent mass shooting at Appalachia High School earlier this month.
So 26 alerts during the incident when it started. Within 5 minutes of the first alert going off, we had the suspect in custody.
Barrow County Sheriff Judd Smith explained how the alert system created a fast response time for both law enforcement and EMS. Floyd County Schools spokesperson Brooke Brumbelow says district leaders are considering something similar, amongst other technology upgrades.
We want to have the answer for everything and just trying to figure out how we can better serve that. We're exploring all avenues and what we can do for our 16 campuses here.
Well, again, I want to make sure you join us tonight at 11 on Atlanta News First at 11 and at 10 on Peachtree TV and also on WPGA in Macon. First Alert meteorologist Fred Campanga, he's going to join me now. Fred, look at this skyline. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's cool. It's definitely cool right now, but it's not going to stay that way. And I love how you call this a fake fall.
Yeah, this is fake fall number 2, Shon, I think, for us. This is, well, it looks nice out there right now, right? So it's not bad at all outside right now. Temperature is cooling down. It certainly cooled down this afternoon, and we're going to look for it to cool down a little bit more during the overnight hours. Not quite as cool, though, as it was last night. So as I get myself situated here, we'll continue to look at Skyview Atlanta. Looking pretty good out there. And hang on one second. I'll be right back. Let me get a clicker. So stay in there. Stay with me. All right, got to be able to move through my graphics, and that's hard to do without the clicker. This is what we're holding in our hand when we do the weathercast. So thanks for joining us this evening. We're feeling the influence today, certainly, of this storm system that caused incredible amounts of rain and some coastal flooding in the Carolinas, particularly North Carolina yesterday. It's still spinning around, and when I go back to the radar here, you'll see that circulation pretty clearly. It's throwing a few showers into northeast Georgia. It's doing about what we thought it would do, actually, out there right now and during the day today. We said the best chance of showers was north and east of Atlanta. A couple of sprinkles around the metro. I think I had a little bit of, some misty raindrops hitting my windshield on the way into work. At about 2:30 this afternoon on the connector, as I watched the motorcade for Governor Walz go by. So it was locked things up a little bit more than they normally are in Midtown Atlanta in the mid-afternoon as the traffic was stopped in heading southbound on the connector. But check out these temperatures outside right now. 74 degrees right now in Atlanta. Some 60s as you go to the north. We've lost some temperature readings out there. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but the network is not reporting across the board for North Georgia. But you get an idea, 60s to the north in the mountains and generally low 70s around the metro. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, mainly dry skies. Can't rule out a stray shower, especially as you go east of Atlanta. And tomorrow, outside chance at a passing shower, but a better chance it'll stay dry. Temperatures similar to what we saw today for the highs, although I do think tomorrow afternoon will be a little bit nicer than this afternoon was. By about 3, 4, 5 o'clock this afternoon, those clouds came in pretty thick. There was a breeze, and the temperatures settled back considerably. Look at the sunshine we'll enjoy on Thursday. So Thursday is when we really start to warm things up. Low to mid 60s to start the day tomorrow. This morning was 62 in Atlanta, the coolest temperature we've seen since May 16th. So it's been a minute since we've been as cool as we were this morning, and tomorrow will be a couple of degrees milder. Tomorrow afternoon, high temperature up into the lower to middle 80s, about 83 in Atlanta, which is just shy of what's normal for this time of the year. The normal high is 84. So we're generally between about 80 and 85 or 86 across North Georgia, except for the mountains where it'll be a touch cooler. Helen, 75, LJ, 77. And LaGrange, Eatonton, Thomaston, Rome, those are your warmer spots where you'll see a little more sunshine. On Thursday, how about 84 to 89, 88, 89 degrees on Thursday afternoon. Rome checking in at 88. Mid-80s Atlanta and Athens, and that's the start of a stretch that's going to keep us very warm as we go through the weekend. Fall begins this weekend. It starts on Sunday morning at 8:43, and it will be a warm Sunday afternoon with some clouds spilling in. A couple of areas to watch in the tropics. We have this one that's used to be Tropical Storm Gordon, has a 40% chance of redeveloping as it drifts to the north, and there's a 20% chance of that area shaded in yellow that's down near Cancun in the western Caribbean Sea that has potential to develop over the next 7 days. But elsewhere, nothing going on. No named storms to speak of right now. Check out Atlanta's most accurate 7-day forecast, and you'll notice how we see those temperatures climb to near 90 at the start of the weekend, and then still solidly into the middle 80s for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Low temperatures in the 60s, so it's not like the worst part of summer where, you know, we'll have low temperatures. It'll be in the 70s when the high temperatures in the 90s, but it will have more of a summer-like feel by the end of this work week and into the weekend than it does an early fall feel, even though fall does officially arrive. And if these clouds break up a little bit this evening and you see that full moon, if it's between about 10:15 and 11:15, if you look closely, the moon may not look completely full, even though it is a full supermoon, the harvest moon tonight, and that's because there's a partial lunar eclipse tonight. So a little slice of the moon will be obscured by the Earth's shadow. It's not going to be extremely noticeable, and we do have a lot of clouds out there this evening, so we might not get a good look at that here in North Georgia. All right, I'll flip it back over to your 7-day forecast. Don't forget to join us again tonight on Peachtree TV and Atlanta News First. Take it easy.